Well, today I'm going to talk to you about the DBA insurance rates for 2024. For those of you playing at home and don't know what I'm talking about, that's Defense Base Act insurance. Real quick, if you're not a contractor or someone that's looking to understand how much it's going to cost you for workers' compensation when you go work for the military or our government, you're probably on the wrong video. However, I'm going to get in today to what some of the details are when it comes to the rates by service ability or by class of business, you could say, in the defense contracting world. Well, I'm excited to be able to tell you that contrary to the rest of the insurance industry, DBA insurance has continued to go down and down and down in terms of cost and cost per $100 in payroll. So we'll get into some of the actual rates that I've been seeing in the marketplace here in just a moment, but I did want to talk to you quickly about the fact that minimum premiums for DBA insurance policies have never been lower. It wasn't just 5-7 years ago that we were talking about $7,500 premiums just to have one person go overseas for 1 week. Well, now that rate has come way, way down. And depending on your class of business, we're seeing rates at $2,500. $2,500 is as low as I've ever seen it across the globe. And so that should be really good news for any small contractors out there that are trying to get this coverage for themselves and protect their employees while they're overseas working for our government. Now, of course, a lot of the DBA world is dependent on the level of risk, I should say, in a particular area. It is not difficult to figure out which areas of the world are in either political or military unrest. If we have, the United States has contracting opportunities in those areas, you can expect that minimum premium will still be higher. Just because the $2,500 minimum premium is available doesn't mean that it's available everywhere. And that should be pretty self-explanatory. You do have to check with the insurance companies that you're working with on how they're classifying the certain area that you may be traveling to today. It may be different tomorrow, it may be different next week, but you have to know what it's going to be when you actually purchase the DBA policy. Now, let's talk about the rates in some of the very specific classes of business. So let's set aside any areas of special danger, so to speak, and let's just talk about the different classes of business and what you can expect per 100 in payroll that you need to pay out. Again, if you've had DBA insurance in the past, you know that you're paying a rate per $100 in payroll. So let's get into what some of those rates are actually looking like. So in line with the minimum premium amount that we talked about, $2.50 is what I've been seeing is the new low for general services to a military base or embassy. So what I mean by that, what are general services? Well, we can talk about upholstery. We can talk about changing some light bulbs. We can talk about cutting some grass. We can talk about washing some windows as long as your 2 feet are on the ground all the time. That sort of stuff, the basic general services for an area that you may be contracting within is among the lowest that we've ever seen, $2.50 per 100. Let's go to the next level. So the $3 rate we're seeing now for engineering risks. Engineering risks used to be categorized with construction in a lot of ways, which would elevate the premium amount that you'd be paying because they were wrapping engineering in with construction. The DBA world has learned that not all engineers are in high-risk environments or are on job sites. They're often just working with you on a consultative basis. So engineering, that rate is now $3 per 100 in most areas of the world. Moving right along to logistics operations, I'm going to use that as a very general category. If you're classified as a logistics company or someone that's helping us transport, move, operate, organize, whatever it is, that rate is now in the $4 range per 100. Again, depending on your level of expertise in the area, how long you've been in the business, and then what experience you've had with any claims related to the logistics operation. $4 per $100 in payroll for logistics. And finally, let's talk about the higher end of the spectrum. The $5 plus range is going to be the level that you'll be at in today's world for construction related activities. I've seen this go up to $7.50 or $8 depending on the level and height or depth by which you're working, but suffice it to say $5 plus is what you're going to be looking at if you are building anything or reconstructing reconstructing or remodeling anything within a US government footprint. So, 2024 has been an excellent year for the Defense Base Act insurance rates. They continue to go down, which I'm happy to see. I know a lot of you are trying your best to manage the cost of smaller contracts. This should be a huge help for you in all of your endeavors in this area. Obviously, if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe. We look forward to bringing you more DBA related content here in the very near future. Until next time, we'll see you later.